And welcome back to the Are You Sure NFL podcast. My name is Nick, and who am I joined by?
Nate.
Logan.
Toren.
And today we're going to be getting into our various NFL news topics as per usual. We're going to talk about the NFL top 100 players because, as always, there's some bullshit that we got to talk about. We're going to do a little game, and then we're going to get into our AFC South division breakdown. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to start off by talking about Toren Arnold. We talked about him last week, but he's been officially released by the Lions. And what I think is even more funny is that apparently some teams have interest in signing him.
I mean, it's more like investment. I mean, you sign him now, then you get him in 5 years when he's out of prison.
Yeah, he disrupts with Henry Ruggs.
He's just gonna snitch on someone in prison and get out. How old is he now? Like 24 or something?
Yeah,
you just get him when he's 29 years old.
I still have him in me and Logan's Madden franchise. So he's marinating.
It's like going back to the old Maddens and what was the Cardinals receiver that what was his name? The one that
Hakeem Butler.
Yeah. No, I was trying to think of the one that killed himself. It's like going back to the old man.
Rondale Moore.
Yeah, Rondale Moore. It's like going back and using him.
He's still in the last Madden.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's like going back to Madden 25 and using him. He was always really good, but now we're getting off topic. Toren Arnold, I hope he doesn't only get 5 years in prison. What he did was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he should be locked up for longer than that. Just not even because, even if what he did wasn't that bad, he should be locked up because he's so damn stupid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a weird situation.
Very weird situation. Watch him get out of all this trouble and turn his career around. Considering he was already like kind of a bust in Detroit. Watch him come back and he's just like
the longest show starring Toren Arnold.
Yes.
Okay, well, getting into our next topic, it's a little bit of a smaller topic, but we have a quote from Jadon Blue from earlier today. It was he was talking about last season, and he had a very disappointing rookie season.
Where did he get drafted? Like a fourth round?
Yeah, I mean, and
we are very
underrated college back. And when he went to Dallas, everyone thought like he's not going to be the starter, but he's going to get like good quality.
Everybody thought he would become the starter.
A really big sleeper, I would say, but he really didn't do anything. And as he said, I wasn't really there last season, but he's ready. He's back. He said he feels back to 100%. He's ready to go this year, and he's ready to work with Javonte Williams because obviously that starting job belongs to Javonte. But if they can get Jadon Blue back to how he was as a prospect rather than last year, I mean I love that running back room for Dallas.
I agree, and I think two things happened last year. You had both Jadon Blue be like very disappointing, and Javonte Williams exceeding.
I don't know if Jadon Blue even took a snap last year.
No, I think he took a couple, but he was also a healthy scratch for the vast majority of the games. Javonte Williams really established himself at the top of that RB room. Yeah. And I mean, I've talked ad nauseum about Javonte Williams.
Jadon Blue only had 3.4 yards per carry.
But how many carries?
38 carries.
38 carries. That's
130 yards a touchdown.
Huh?
130 yards and one touchdown.
130 yards and one touchdown.
He did play, but I mean, that's obviously not what people are expecting.
But obviously now the hard thing is that he's going to be fighting an uphill battle to get playing time for at least this year, considering the year Javonte Williams had. And I do think toward the end of the year you might start to see a bit of a split backfield. But you know, in the NFL, things, especially with the running back position, things just get weird like a lot.
He's RB3 on the depth chart right now.
Who's he behind?
Malik Davis.
Nah,
he's gonna take the 2 spot, I feel like.
But if he's right about what he's saying and like what people are saying, then he has the talent to beat out Malik Davis for that second RB spot.
I forget about Phil Maffa.
I love Phil Maffa, but he's just struggling. He hasn't been able to get his foot.
No, he absolutely should be able to get that second RB spot and be Javonte Williams back up. But what do we have next?
Alright, so Chris Johnson has an ALS diagnosis.
That was something
diagnosed with.
Brutal, yeah.
That's a word.
And I mean, the guy was great. And it's just a shame to get ALS. I mean, there's just not much to it.
What else do you say?
Yeah.
Like 40-ish, right?
Yeah, he's 40.
Yeah, he's still super young.
Yeah, I know. He's not old by any means. I mean, when did he retire?
I don't know an exact year.
16. Was it
like
16?
16.
I might be wrong.
But yeah, obviously, prayers up. ALS, it's unfortunate anytime somebody gets it, even if, you know, it's just, anybody, but now
It was
it's another
2018.
famous person.
2018
2018 was his last year. Yeah,
10-year career.
a 10-year career is great.
One of the fastest running backs.
Fastest running back ever.
We all know Nate loves his speed.
CJ2K Ultimate Team cards.
CJ2K Ultimate Team. Yeah. All right. Now, what do we have next?
We're getting to the.
Actually, can we talk about the Dio Dangbo motivated Dio Ultimate Team card?
Okay, so we got a motivated Dio 99 card, and we
This
got
is deep in the offseason.
Desmond Watson, 400-pound running back, 98 speed.
98 speed at 450 pounds.
I won't end up getting that card.
Henry, you're fat. All right.
All right, now we have part one of the NFL Top 100.
Yeah, so I think it goes down to 100 to 79.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for next week when we get to talk about the rest of this.
So at 100, we have Cam Jordan.
It's fitting. I think
he was great last year, and I think he earns a lot of respect because he's
a veteran. He's been elite for.
He's going to be in the Hall of Fame probably.
100%.
Yeah, I know.
And then
so
next guy's also going to be in the Hall of Fame. Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson. That's actually kind of lower than I thought.
Yeah,
I figured he'd be
higher. I know.
Thank God Noah's not with us today because
he
we'd have a 15-minute
argument about how Notre Dame is O-line university.
Yes, and how Quentin Nelson is just his god.
Yes, I know. No, really, any Notre Dame player is his guy.
And then 98, you could say this is an interesting one. Bryce Young.
That did interest me because
he's getting the respect he deserves.
I think he's starting to get a little too much respect, but I'm also fine with him being.
I'm really interested
100.
to see what other quarterbacks are going to be on the list.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Bryce Young was pretty electrifying toward the end of last year, so I respect the decision to put him on the top 100. Just because, like, he's not necessarily a top 100 best player, but in terms of exciting players, he's definitely up there.
And someone who should not be this low, Ernest Jones.
I
mean, he had a great year.
I think he's still very underrated.
I think he's underrated, but because like nobody really talks about Ernest Jones much, but he's another one of those guys.
He was like. He didn't lead the team in tackles.
Yeah, I think so.
He's a big contributor to that.
He had a lot of interceptions too. He had like 5, I think.
Yeah, one of those guys. It's just like nobody really talks about him much, and it's just not that exciting. But he definitely deserves to be higher. I don't think he should be next to Bryce Young on the list.
And then we have top 10 running back Travis Etienne.
Yes,
top 10 running back.
Thank God.
Noah isn't here. This would turn into another 15-minute long argument.
Voted on by the NFL Top 100. Travis Etienne is in the top 100 players. I don't want to hear that he's fucking underrated anymore. He's perfectly rated just where he is.
Go back and watch our underrated draft from last podcast.
He is very good, but he is
the 96th best player. That is exactly where he needs to be. Yeah. That does not mean he's underrated. So we can get that discussion out of the way.
I think you could argue he's higher, but that's like perfect for him.
I guess higher, but I mean, this is his perfect rating in my opinion.
Yeah, this is good.
At 95, we have Demario Davis, who
another guy kind of grandfathered in, but he's also been a dog his whole career.
For 11 years, he's like led that team in tackles.
Exactly. I know. Demario Davis.
Well, we might be saying the last of them here. Signed with the Jets. It's not. I feel like
the Jets is where careers go to die. Remember Jets Frank Gore?
He's from the Jets. Yeah. He's from the Jets though originally. So he said that when he got that call from the Jets, he immediately wanted.
Yeah, no, the Jets have a weirdly veteran defense. Their defense might actually not be that awful this year.
Yeah, but it sounds like,
or it could be one of the worst that we've seen. But we don't know.
The twilight of Demario Davis's career.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Absolutely. All right.
And number 94, we have Creed Humphrey.
That's a big drop.
I was gonna say that is a big drop. I feel like Creed Humphrey still like.
He's one of the biggest drops from last year.
Once again, O-line position is just not a sexy position, and Creed Humphrey, I think, deserves to be higher up.
I do think, I might be wrong on this, but I do think his stats, like his rating, I think he might have allowed one or two more.
I think he got worse, but I think you could also attribute that to he didn't have Joe Tooney playing next to him. That definitely hurts a lot.
Yeah.
But I still think Creed Humphrey's got to be up there. Mm-hmm. All right.
Next, 93, we have Defensive Rookie of the Year, Carson Schlesinger.
I think you even could put him higher. In my opinion.
The guy's a dog. He could be higher.
I do think he's more of a rookie, so it makes sense why he's lower.
Yeah. Dude, it's
great
weird.
Rookie year.
They actually had like a hell of a linebacker duo with Devin Bush and Carson Schlesinger.
I didn't really buy into his hype last year. Then he in the draft, and he obviously went way earlier than everyone expected at 33. He was more like a mid to late second round pick, but he goes 33. So I'm like, okay, they must see something in him.
Josiah Trotter this year.
He's fast as shit. I mean, he was everywhere on the field.
Yeah, exactly. He was a dog. All right, who's next?
We have another linebacker, Azeez Al-Shaair.
Aziz Al-Shaair.
I think it's his first time on the top 100, and it's
so.
deserved. The dude's a dog.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of linebackers, I feel right now. We're talking about
linebackers.
It was a
running
good year
backs.
for linebackers.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying the reemergence of linebackers and running backs are much more valuable positions.
Yeah, no. We're starting to see the fall of that 2010s, early 2020s style of football. Yeah. We're seeing the reemergence of a more, I guess you could say, 2000s or 90s style of football.
91, we have Montez Sweat.
I mean, the dude has the potential to be so much higher, but he never almost capitalizes.
He's always just perfectly
he always does enough.
He always does enough, but he never goes above and beyond. Exactly. I feel like there's some plays where he kind of takes plays off, and he put up great stats, but I could also attribute that to he was the only guy on that Bears D-line.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's deserved.
He started the wave of fast DNs in Madden.
Oh yeah.
Madden started rating higher speed after him.
Get this man a good DN to go with him, and you'll see him soar up the top.
Exactly. Motivated Dale.
Yeah, motivated Dale.
All right, number 90, we have Derek Brown.
Brown.
Dude, I love him.
Criminally underrated. Every year of his career, he's
I know.
I don't know where he's
even on there last year.
He definitely was. There's no way
he has to.
Derek Brown has been underrated his whole career, but like the guy has been
top 5 defensive tackle in the league.
He's been carrying this Carolina defense for how long? Last year he was insane. I just remember his big play against the Rams in the regular season to strip set, or was he the one that stripped Stafford and then it got picked up? That was a big, I think he was the one that stripped Stafford and then someone else picked it up. But that was obviously a huge play there. Without that play, they probably don't make the playoffs.
Derek Brown's one of my favorite defensive linemen.
I know. I love Derek Brown. All right.
Boy, what in this next pick? 89, Kyren Williams.
Oh no! Thank God Noah is not here. He'd be like, dude, he should be in the top 50.
My God.
We had an off-the-record conversation the other day, actually on July 4th.
He said Kyren Williams is a top 5 back in the league.
But he said that, and then also said that Kyren Williams was one of the most underrated running backs in the league because no one talks about him enough. Which, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed it by now, but I don't think Bandy quite understands what underrated means. Just because...
No, to him, underrated just means played for Notre Dame.
Just because us, like, everyone in our, like, podcast and our friends don't talk about Kyren Williams. Apparently that means that he's underrated to the whole world when he's just perfectly rated. I don't think anyone's doubting or overrating Kyren Williams.
And now he's slowly losing his role to Blake Corum.
I wouldn't say that. I think they just discovered that they can use them both.
I guess. But honestly, I don't see the prime of Kyren Williams lasting much longer.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting.
88, we have Jack Campbell, another amazing linebacker.
Once again, teams really want to get a top dog linebacker. It's going to be just like the 2000s again, where your linebacker is kind of the main face of the defense. Yeah. And I don't think it will necessarily go back to that level, but teams are starting to value having these big name linebackers.
The best defensive have big linebackers that you can rely on.
Yeah, exactly. And Jack Campbell kind of exemplifies that. He was overdrafted, according to a lot of people.
Oh, he definitely was.
And I still...
out for him, though.
Yeah, he's been up and down, but I think this year we finally saw why he went as high as he did.
I think defensive grades, he was like first or second for linebackers. It was crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, next we have the other rookie of the year, 87, Ted McMillan.
Oh, Ted McMillan.
I think he could be higher. In my
You're qualified to talk about this, Logan. He's on your fantasy team.
He is. I mean, the dude's a dog. I mean, I think what you see is like these guys coming off their rookie season are only going to be lower than what they could be. But I give by next year he's definitely going to.
Teteroy, McMillan, and Bryce Young it's like bread and butter combination. Yes. It was perfect. They had great chemistry all of last year. Teteroy, McMillan, without him, they'd probably win like 5 games.
Definitely.
He was the engine of that offense.
And there's a lot of doubt on that pick just because of how they always acknowledge wide receiver room. But I mean, he fell to 8. He's talent-wise as a prospect, he could have gone earlier. Some people were saying that he would fall to the Cowboys.
I feel like the wide receiver class of 2025 was just kind of weird, but
it was weird because there are a lot of high-level prospects, but they didn't go very early.
Yeah, I
mean, you saw Ibuka fall in the draft.
Burden fell.
Yeah, Burden. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like it was Ibuka, Tet, and Burden that were like the my top 3, and then we saw.
You had Golden like right outside there.
Yeah, I know. Isaiah Bond went undrafted. That was so funny.
break the 40
No, that
record.
was so hilarious
I'm gonna
last year. He
break
was
the
like,
40
I'm going to
record.
break the 40-yard dash record. And then he
4.4.
runs out 4.41.
I mean, you even had Jaden Higgins last year, who I love. I still love Jaden.
Jaden Higgins, where did he end up getting? It was in the
Texans.
early 30s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like the
Well,
first couple
obviously-
picks of the second round.
Yeah,
of
no,
Texas.
I think he's primed for a big breakout this
Oh,
year.
definitely.
They're saying they're saying he's been looking fantastic at the Texans.
Some guys just need a year or two just to get ready, and not everyone's gonna come in immediately and be a top receiver on the team. Guys like Higgins might just need this. They need years to.
Yeah, I
settle
know,
down.
and you even saw it toward the end of last year. I think his last 7 games, he was averaging 70 yards a game or something.
And that
I think this
yeah.
year, now that he's had a full year in the system, and hopefully Nico Collins doesn't get injured this year, but I think we're starting to see the emergence of a hell of a receiver duo there. I don't know where Tank Dell's going to fit in on that Texans offense.
It's gonna be
I
hard
mean,
with his injuries.
That's going to be very hard, but really it's
Just a nasty wide receiver.
actually, we're going to get into Houston later, but
Yeah.
who's next?
Next we have Tuli Tulipiloto, whatever. How do the fuck you say his last name?
Tuli Tuipulotu. I mean, he's very underrated, kind of not talked about.
I like
How many
I like this rating for him. I think it's
many
his
sacks did he
perfect
have?
spot. I don't know-
13?
I don't know exactly.
I think
He
he
went
was
off.
13.
He went off.
You know what? I think people don't talk about him because they don't know how to say his name.
Yeah, definitely. There's a same thing with Osa Odighizuwa.
Oh,
He
yeah.
doesn't get as much recognition
He had a
just because
great year last year, though.
Yeah.
He I think
Both
he
of
was
those did.
13 sacks.
Yeah,
Odighizuwa and
and
Tulipulotu.
now the Chargers have a scary D line
That's
with Akeem
fucking
Esbar.
bad.
But who do we got next?
Next we have Brock Purdy at 85.
Interesting.
Interesting, very.
I agree with
controversial.
him being above Bryce Young though.
I absolutely.
If you're gonna have Bryce Young there, you gotta have Brock Purdy.
I think
Couple
Brock
picks
Purdy
before.
isn't as exciting as Bryce Young,
Because
but
there's
in
people
terms
below
of just
him who are
Because-
definitely better players
Yeah,
than Brock
it's-
Purdy, but
in terms of playing that boring game, Brock Purdy is just as good as any other quarterback in the league. All right.
all right, 84 we have Byron Young.
Ooh, I think
I like that.
Okay.
I think he could be higher in my opinion, but I mean he deserves a spot on
Yeah,
the top
100%.
100.
For sure. Oh, you know what? Next time we should talk about people who are snubbed from the top 100.
We can do that when it's all finished.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. All right.
83 Jeffrey Simmons.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Dude,
You should
Another
be high.
cornerstone.
Probably the best D tackle
Yeah.
or one of the best D tackles.
And he's
in the
only at
league.
83.
I agree. I think he could be way.
He
higher.
should be in the top 50, honestly.
Yep.
I mean, Jeffrey Simmons, he just got a fat contract
Oh, yeah.
extension.
Recent-
Tripled, he got a 9-figure salary in only 3 years. That is, you don't pay someone that if
Exactly.
they're only the 80th something best player in the league.
Yeah, you should definitely be higher. Then 82 we have Jalen Ramsey.
That's weird.
A
And this
big
will-
name, obviously.
This will probably be his last time on the top 100.
Oh,
in my
probably,
opinion.
yeah. I think the decline started a couple years ago. I don't know what it is because I feel like he's not even that old. He's probably only 29 or 30.
No, I think he's like 33.
He's like 30s, he's in his 30s.
He's in his
He's
30s.
definitely in his 30s.
Yeah, I know, but it's just everybody remembers when he was the number 1 cornerback in the game and nobody could touch him. But now he's just kind of being grandfathered into the list. I do think this will be his last year on.
Speaking of grandfather, back in the list, Bobby Wagner, 81.
Oh, but he's not even signed to a team.
I mean,
Well,
he
it's for
he's
last
still had a
year.
good year.
Yeah, I know it's for last year. I mean, he had a good
He
year.
still had over 100 tackles. I mean,
He deserves a spot on the list.
He deserves a
I
spot.
definitely think.
And
it's
I
Bobby
think
Wagner.
some teams should sign him.
Oh,
He's
definitely.
definitely still got a
100%.
little bit left.
You'll probably see it later on, more towards when we get closer to training camp. More.
Yeah. All right, then what?
80 we have AJ Brown. 50.
Oh man, dude! The
Oh.
next two guys, I want to say both him and the next guy fell 40 spots from last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's understandable. AJ Brown is just not. I mean, he's not
He's becoming more of a diva than he is.
Definitely. I think it's affecting his play a little bit.
Can you wait for when the Patriots lose one game and he's already requesting a trade?
I mean, he has to have a big year, otherwise he's kind of falling.
That's a
off.
really
He
bad
can't-
look.
Yeah,
Because what they give
So
up
this is
for
why I
him?
think my
a
review
good amount of picks.
A first and a third, I think, something
Yeah.
like that.
But I mean, you are at the top of the game, one of the best receivers in the NFL. Then you start bitching and doing all this, and your play starts to decline little by little. Not a whole bunch, but little by little each year. And
It's
you're seeing how it's kind of
slowly progressing.
snowballed into now. How he's He's not the same. He's still very good, but he's not that same receiver that he was a couple years ago.
He's not in that upper echelon of receivers in the NFL. He's a very good wide receiver one.
Yes.
But he is not like a top.
He's not at that elite level.
He's not at that like top 8 level.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Last player we have at 79, Travis Kelce.
Oh boy. Where do we even start? Hey, he's too busy getting married at Madison Square Garden.
He's still busy signing that 40-page prenup.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
But I mean, I think it's the same argument with AJ Brown, except it's more deserved. He's getting older. Your play is gonna fall off, especially with how long he's been in the league.
He's like
how long,
older, too.
at what such a high level he's been playing at. I mean,
He's obviously been one of the best tight ends of all time, but
it's different than AJ Brown. AJ Brown should be at his peak right now.
yeah. Travis Kelce
Is just getting older.
What is he now? Like
sense.
37?
Yeah,
This is getting a bit
like that, yeah.
ridiculous. And I mean, at this point, he's become more of a name brand than a good player. And it's like, now everybody just knows him as Taylor Swift's husband. Surprised he didn't change his name to Travis Swift.
Oh my god.
Be tough.
No, that's not.
a ring
For
to
any
it. That's a
UFC
ring to it.
For any UFC fans out there, Travis Kelce missed to be the Ian Gary of the NFL. If you don't know, Ian Gary
Shout
took
out
his
that lady.
wife's ex name, Ian Machado Gary. So yeah, that's
Oh my god.
some cuck shit right there. But.
Cuck shit right
Shout
there.
out
Travis
that
Kelce, we love to make fun of Travis Kelce because personally I've never liked them, but that's just
He's
that's
still,
'cause I
still
do-
one of the greatest tight ends of
he's
all
still one of the greatest tight ends of all time. I just hate the Chiefs. So.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the last player we have.
That's the last player we have for right
that
now. We're
wraps
gonna
up-
talk about the rest of it next week.
Each time, I know it releases 2 by day, but once we get big chunks like this, we'll revisit on a part 2, and we should get 3 parts of the top 100. But
Yeah.
comment down below if you like this, and if we should do a snubs list at the end when it's fully released.
A snubs list would be good. Just like the MLB All-Star Game, but that's not the
Yes.
point of this podcast.
So, moving on, we got a brand new game. So I'll
Oh
explain the
boy,
rules
we're always doing a new
Yeah.
game. When are we gonna revisit an old one?
very soon. But
Apple cider vinegar is coming.
basically, right here
No,
we have a
use that
bunch of
ice water.
statistics. We have passing touchdowns, rush yards, interceptions thrown, rush touchdowns, interceptions by the defense, tackles for loss, and sacks. And we have multiple matchups between different players. And I'm gonna give both players names, and the 3, Nate, Toren, and Nick,
I'll
are
tell you
both
the
gonna
points
have to
up.
guess who had more. And basically.
Oh.
And each person that's correct will get a point, and at the end we'll tally up the points. And if we have a tiebreaker, we will go into a tiebreaker match. And
Alright.
The fun part about
get,
this
like, some
game
paper to write
is-
down every time you get a point.
the winner will be rewarded on the next podcast. I'm not going to say what it is, but it is going to be worth the win.
That's because we
today.
don't know what the reward is gonna be.
Oh no, I did. I
It's like
planned
plus
it
played
out.
5,000.
Oh,
Fourth of
shit.
July.
I haven't planned out.
2
I'm not gonna.
points.
It's a surprise though. So
All right, so
there is
Good job,
stakes. So
let's get into it. Who are our first 2 players and what stat are we comparing?
We're gonna start with passing touchdowns. And we're gonna start off a mellow. So we're gonna Josh Allen versus Trevor Lawrence. We'll go Nate, Nick, Toren around the table, giving off who you think, and then each person's in charge of keeping
Josh
track
Allen
of their
did
points.
have way more.
So
rush
Nate-
touchdowns.
Who had more touchdowns? Passing touchdowns.
T-Law.
I was gonna say the obvious pick here would be Josh Allen,
but
but
he-
I'm gonna guess Trevor Lawrence.
What the
He went
fact-
off
he-
that last couple of weeks.
Josh Allen got a lot of rushing.
So we have
touchdowns,
2
so
for
yeah.
T-Law right now.
I also got to go on Trevor Lawrence. That was an electrifying offense.
So Trevor Lawrence had 29 passing touchdowns and Josh Allen had 25.
Yes.
So everyone gets a point. So everyone keep track of your points.
All right, here. Let me see the pen. All right, what's next?
We have so we'll go to rushing yards. So we have who had more rushing yards, DeAndre Swift or Breece Hall? Nate.
Oh my! It's in my brain. I just studied that shit in school. All I did was stare at the stats. It's DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre Swift.
Brees Hall like
Swift.
1,005.
So-
Sure.
Wow,
I'm
it's
sorry
all
to go after you
unanimous
guys,
decision.
but-
Breece
sorry.
Hall had 1,063. DeAndre Swift had 1,087.
Yes.
Look at you.
Oh, that was a good one. I liked that. That was a very close one, but I knew. Didn't Breece Hall miss some time? Or-
Yeah.
Why did I give him the time?
That's because
All right.
So we'll move on to interceptions thrown. So for this, we're gonna say who threw the less interceptions.
Less.
too less.
So you're trying to.
Aaron Rodgers or Drake May? Nate?
Through less.
Who threw less interceptions?
Huh. I think Drake May.
I'm going with Aaron Rodgers, one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all
So
time.
our first split of the day.
Drake May. He might have.
I have to go with
10 or
Drake May.
12.
dude.
I think Drake May
I just
had
have to.
12.
So you went Drake May?
Yes, I'm going Drake May.
Drake May threw only 8
Oh
interceptions.
shit! I thought it was like 12.
Aaron Rodgers threw 7.
Yes!
Nick gets the
Yes!
point. Nick
Yes, I
takes
knew
the
it.
lead.
Never doubt Aaron Rodgers. I'm a Bears fan, and I can still acknowledge most accurate quarterback in NFL history.
So we'll move on to rushing
I thought
touchdowns.
you would have more.
Who had the most rushing touchdowns? Ashton Genty or Kenneth Walker?
I should know
Yeah,
this.
so K9 got chewed out.
Nate.
Oh.
GT also didn't have a lot though.
Mm,
This is a hard one.
Because
I'm gonna go with Genty.
I'm going with K9.
Genty.
Well,
He was.
Kenneth Walker had 5 rushing touchdowns. Ashton Genty had 5 rushing touchdowns.
Wait, why would you pick a tie?
It was a trick question. I wanted to see if anyone would get the
They
tie.
both had like none.
No, I think Genty had a lot of receiving touchdowns,
Yeah.
which was kind of weird because he was never really meant to be a receiving back.
So we'll keep moving down the list of
Uh,
stats.
I say no points
Yeah,
for
no
anybody
point.
there.
Yeah.
A tie isn't a win.
Defensive interceptions. Who had more interceptions? Kamari Lassiter or Cole Bishop? Nate?
I wish I had like 3 or 4.
You love Cole Bishop.
I know. Are we? Nope. We're not counting playoff ones, right? 'Cause he
No,
had
it should be
one.
all regular season. I
I
believe.
think he made 3 or 4. Did Lassiter have 5? I'm gonna go Lassiter.
I'm
Yeah,
also
fine.
thinking Lassiter.
That's what I was saying. Lassiter.
Cole Bishop had 3
Yeah, I was
interceptions.
right, he did have 3.
Alright.
Kamari Lassiter had 4 interceptions. So everyone
Yes.
gets a
Holy
point.
shit.
Nick is still in the lead.
Aaron
Suckers.
Rodgers. Fuck you.
I don't know why you guys would pick against Aaron Rodgers. If there's one thing that guy has not done a lot of in his career, it's throw interceptions.
So moving on to tackle for losses. Staying on the defense.
I like having tackle for losses.
We have Will McDonald
Ooh.
versus Laiatu Latu. Nate, who do you have?
Latu did really good. I'm gonna go Latu.
I'm going Will McDonald.
It's definitely gonna be Will McDonald.
Laiatu Latu had 12 tackles for losses. Will McDonald had 10.
No!
The game is tied, people.
Will
The
McDonald,
game is
he's
tied.
been really good on the Jets.
I know,
As he
that's
lived up to where he was drafted, probably not, but it's okay. Alright.
Latu did a really good job.
So now we're going to probably the funnest one. We have sacks. Who had more sacks? Nick Scorton or Chase Young? Nate.
Chase Young had his like one of his better years. I think he scored at like 9.5. How much? Ooh.
Nah, it's got to chase him.
Yeah.
Scorton is kind of. I think he's going to take off this year.
He started that year.
He started last year. I know.
I think he might have had 9.5, but Chase Young had like. I'm gonna go Scorton.
I'm going Chase Young.
I'm sticking with Chase Young.
Chase
You know what
Young
it says.
had 10
I
sacks.
think he had 10. I thought he
Nick
had
Scorton had 5.
Nate.
So,
I was baiting me with that shit, I swear.
so Toren and Nick are tied for the lead. Nick is
Oh.
1 point behind.
Give me that. No, I knew it. Chase Young was really good.
Yeah,
And
no, Chase Young had, like-
Scorton's big year is going to be this year or next. I'm calling.
So moving on back to passing touchdowns, we have Jacoby Brissett versus Patrick Mahomes. Nate.
Brissett.
is this even a
It's
question?
Brissett.
Jacoby
It's
Brissett.
Patrick Mahomes had 22 touchdowns. Jacoby Brissett only had 23.
Are you kidding me? Wait.
So it's still Brissett.
So it's still the same. Nick and Toren are tied for the lead. Nate is 1 point behind.
Jacoby Brissett. What
Only a
contract was he
touchdown.
demanding?
Malik Willis's contract.
Oh yeah. No, I remember the $250 million.
Started with
yeah.
Stafford, moved down to Malik Willis.
Okay,
God.
so back to rushing yards. We have Bijan Robinson versus Derrick Henry. Nate.
That's a good one.
Robinson had a lot of receiving yards too, though. I'm gonna go Bijan.
I'm gonna go Derrick Henry.
I'm
because
Derek.
I think Bijan gets a lot of receiving
That's what-
production, but Derrick Henry
Derrick
is
Henry
mostly a
had
pure running
less.
guy.
Derrick Henry had 1,595, so 1,595 rushing
Okay.
yards. Bijan had 1,478. So Nate Nate is now 2
Toren's
points.
just going up fucking.
Nate is now 2
I'm going.
points.
No, he's not. He picked fucking Drake
Drake
May
May.
and
This is Drake
Leatu.
May.
So
Second
Nate is now
May.
2 points behind.
Fine,
Nick
you
and
want me? Fine, let
Go
Toren go
on
first
first,
next
yeah.
time.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have interceptions thrown. So who had the less interceptions thrown? Brock Purdy or Sam Darnold?
I'm going Brock Purdy. No, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold.
This is
Sorry.
easy. It's gonna be. It's
Sam
gonna be
Darnold.
Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy has less. Brock Purdy has less.
I switch. I
Did
switch.
not throw that.
Seeing ghosts.
Sam Darnold had 14. Brock Purdy had 10.
Yeah, I should stick.
How did you guys get that wrong? Sam Darnold is known for having a lot
So
of
Nick is
interceptions.
now a point
You're right.
above Toren, and Nate is now 3 points behind
That was
him.
2.
He just got another point.
Oh yeah, he did Derrick Henry one. Fuck.
Wait.
Cue the Nate your alerper comments.
Back to rush touchdowns. It's not a tie this time, I promise. We have
you
Josh
think it
Jacobs versus Javonte Williams. Toren, who do you have?
Josh Jacobs.
I'm also
Nice.
gonna go with Josh Jacobs.
Do I be the odd one? I would go Javonte.
Ooh, actually
I'm
no.
going Javonte.
Can I switch mine? I want to
Yes,
go
you
I'm
Javonte.
going Javonte.
Well,
Jacobs
Javonte
said-
Williams
I'm
had
saying-
11 rush touchdowns. Josh Jacobs had 13.
Yes.
You already fucking
I got no points in fantasy. My ass.
Fuck me.
Okay, so that means.
I just went off because Javonte Williams was really touched.
So does that mean Nick and Toren are tied
Yeah,
now?
we're
Yeah.
tied now.
And Nate is still.
2 points back.
Who's at the door?
So
No, it doesn't matter.
But no, he should be 3. He's 3
Yeah,
points
how much
behind
you- how much you
everyone,
up?
right?
I'm at 8.
I'm at 5.
Okay, so Nate is
Ready.
3 points back. So
Okay.
down to defensive interceptions. Who had more defensive interceptions, Jordan Battle or J.C. Horn?
I got J.C. Horn.
I don't know because I know Mike Jackson got a lot of production last year.
I'm gonna go Horn.
I'm going Jordan Battle.
J.C. Horn had 3 interceptions. Jordan Battle had 4.
Yes!
Nick,
I
jump
knew
into
it!
the lead again. Nate is now
throw the ball at
4.
JC,
Nate
bro.
is 4 points
They don't
back
throw
from
the ball at
first.
JC. They throw it at Mike Jackson and he gets the interception.
Toren is now 1 point behind first.
Let's go.
Back to tackle for losses.
Nate,
go
have
back
you won
to-
a round in like the last 4?
We'll go back to
Yeah,
Nate.
cut.
We'll go back to
You're
Nate
too
for this
close.
one. We have Eric Wilson versus Nick Bonito.
Dude,
Tackle
this,
for
he's,
losses, right?
this one was he's like tricking us here. I'm still
Nate, who's Eric Wilson?
I'm going Nick Benito.
Who's Eric Wilson? Okay, we don't know.
Benito.
Okay.
You don't know who Eric Wilson is. Okay, well, that's great. That's why I went to you first.
Well, I'm going to go with Eric Wilson.
I'm going Benito too. Sorry.
Well, Nick Bonito had 14 tackles for losses. Eric Wilson had 17. So you better learn this.
Yes! Another point for me. Thank you very much.
So what does that make, Nate?
I'm-
5 back
Yes.
from first
I
now.
have 10
Toren is now
points.
2 back from first. Now we have sacks. Back to sacks. So we have James Pierce versus Harold Landry.
You said 10.5. I know that.
Yeah, I know Pierce was up there.
Wait, Eric Wilson's on the Vikings. I'm fucking. God damn it! I used
No, just
He's on my ultimate team too.
Yeah,
What the
he's on your ultimate team. Oh my god! Holy shit! He's on your ultimate
distracted
team.
me.
And
You're
he's
talking
like,
about him.
bro.
What?
I
You
was
distracted
blanking.
me. Can you repeat?
James Pierce or Harold
Who's
Landry?
James? I'm going James Pierce. He had 10.5.
Thanks for going ahead, but I'm going James Pierce.
I'm going Harold Landry.
Harold Landry had 8.5.
Yes.
James
Damn.
Pierce had 10.5.
I thought Harold Landry got 11.
So Nate is now 4 behind
Yeah.
first. Toren is only 1 behind.
Nate with a huge lead to cut the lead to 42.
The huge 3.
All we have left now is sacks. We have more sacks than everyone. I think it's the best. It's the hardest one. We're gonna go to a fun one next. We have Nakobe Dean versus Pete Werner. Battle of the linebackers. Nate, you want to take this one?
I'm thinking, how many sacks did Dean have?
Who's Pete Werner?
I'm the
Oh
Saints!
All right, so Nate has
Nakobe
now.
Dean.
Nate does not. He goes Nakobe Dean.
I'm also going
It's
to
got to be Dean. Yeah.
Dean had 4 sacks. Pete Werner had 2.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. Nate doesn't even know who
7.
Pete Werner is.
Getting into our final matchup of the day, we have Jermaine Johnson versus Brandon Dorless.
All right.
But we all
Toren,
know
what do you
right?
got?
Jermaine Johnson.
Wait, what do you say? Sorry.
Jermaine Johnson versus Brandon Dorless.
Jermaine Johnson.
I'm also going to go Jermaine Johnson.
I said Jermaine Johnson.
Jermaine Johnson had 3 sacks. Brandon Dorless had 8.5.
Holy
So
shit.
Oh my
we
god.
end the game
Fucking
off.
Ronis.
We can't end the game off with everyone losing. Here.
Oh no, he's getting
no.
up.
We're gonna do a tiebreaker. We
Oh,
have to.
fuck.
We have to finish.
I have 11 points.
We're not a tiebreaker. We have to finish on someone winning. We cannot finish on.
All 3 losing.
Wait, so Falcons had Doors with like 8 sacks, Pierce with
Yeah, the Falcons'
8
defense is really good.
Walker had like 6.5.
Can we all admire how nice it is to talk about the Falcons' defense without hearing, "Oh, dude, Xavier Watts was the best third-round pick in NFL history."
That is true. That does get brought up every single time.
We mentioned the Falcons'
mentioned.
defense.
I'm very surprised. Did he get brought
I
up when we were
think
talking
so.
about Jesse Bates in the underrated draft?
Yes, he did. Because apparently nobody knows who Xavier Watts is. It's like what we joked
Xavier
about
Watts
Nathan and
underrated.
Ted Hurst during the mock drafts. Oh man! All right, Logan is currently googling 2 players' stats because he doesn't want us to end on a loss.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I just realized that we're doing another round. If I lose and Toren wins, that means we'll be tied.
I'm shit talking.
So that means
Johnson
pretty
might
much-
break down now.
Yeah, I know.
Asshole.
Make this one
Let's
worth
do a
5 so
tackle.
Nathan can win if he
No,
Make it gamble all your points.
All right, we're doing passing yards. Who had more passing yards this season? Jaden Daniels or Jackson Dart? Nate?
2 blue tickets. Yeah.
This is actually a good one.
There are a lot of.
Nate, who's
rushing
Jaden Daniels?
Jackson Dart. He had like 27.
So you go Dart.
I'm gonna go Dart. Jaden
He
Daniels.
had like 2,700.
Jaden Daniels was kind of ass this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, he might have had
But
32.
Dart didn't play
You
the
know-
full season also. That's
Dart
That's-
didn't
that's
play
what
the
I'm-
full season, but he played more than Jaden.
Dart also had a lot of rushing yards though.
Yeah, that's true. So it's a hard choice.
Toren.
My god, it's.
If you go with Jaden, then there's a chance to tie me, and then we have to do another tiebreaker, and I'll probably lose my mind and cry because I'm gonna have to edit even more of this.
I'm gonna be different and say Jane Daniels. I have to.
Please tell
I
me.
have to be
Jaden
the odd one.
Daniels
I have to.
had 1,262
Yes.
passing yards.
Okay.
But Jackson Dart only had 2,272 passing yards.
Let's go!
Nick clinches the win, and
Call me.
we
the
don't have to
winner.
end on everyone losing. So
I am the victor. I'm the fucking king of this table.
I like that game. That
Yeah.
was fun.
I liked that. We're gonna do
Yeah,
that
that's a
again.
good
We're gonna do a different stat though next time we do this. We're gonna wait a little bit.
Well, now it's that time of the
Who's
video.
gonna put a Notre Dame player in?
Oh no, you
It's
put
time.
yeah, you need to get Notre Dame players in there next time we do this.
Talk about fucking
Because
Jermaine
Bain's
Johnson
gonna
right
actually
now.
be here.
All right. Well, now it's time for division breakdowns, and I think we're gonna start with the.
Wait, let's do a test for Logan here. Who's the better quarterback all time, Tom Brady or Jake Fromm?
Oh, come on.
Don't even
We all
joke
know
that.
Jake Fromm. But let's get this
That's
started
our
with.
Madden 25 franchise.
That's like that's the equivalent of asking Noah who's better, Ian Book or Tom Brady.
Yeah.
now next time we have Noah here, I'm gonna say, all right, let's have a table-wide debate.
better?
Who's better, Ian Book or Jake Fromm?
Jake Fromm or Stetson Bennett.
Get ready for this debate next week.
It's gonna be 30 minutes long at the very least.
But getting into these division breakdowns, let's start with the Jaguars.
All right, so I have the Jaguars, and because I'm the king, I get to go first. Ladies first for all of you. All right, so obviously the Jaguars, they had 2 big notable losses. They had Travis Etienne, the top 10 running back.
By the way.
Travis Etienne, for those at home. Yeah, so it sucks to lose a top 10 running back.
Exactly.
You lose Devin Lloyd, who's actually like a top 10 linebacker, and I don't
100%.
really know why they let him walk. I thought they should have just brought him back. He was integral to that defense last year. I mean, you don't just go from 4-13 to 13-4 by accident, but they also let Greg Newsome walk, which was kind of weird how at the deadline they just kind of swapped Tyson Campbell for Greg Newsome.
Yeah.
But, I guess now that whole experiment is over. They let go of Andrew Wingard. After this, it's kind of not that much notable guys. Diami Brown, Tim Patrick. For all the Dwayne Smoot fans out there,
Yeah.
he's gone. Or I guess unsigned. Same with Emmanuel Ogba and Johnny Munt.
There's just as much.
Johnny Munt.
I mean, I think Bauer Sharp's the new Johnny Mutt.
Bauer Sharp.
That's a throwback to an old podcast right there. Bauer Sharp.
Never forget Bauer Sharp, dude. We're going to chant him like we chanted Tristan Peters at the White Sox game.
Yes.
For those who don't know, when we were at the White Sox game, the guy in front of us was Tristan Peters' number one fan. He was like, come on, guys, Tristan Peters.
And he looked at him and ignored him.
Excuse me, I joined in on the chanting. You LARPers didn't.
I
because
did.
Nobody knows
I
who
was
Tristan
next to you.
Peters is. Okay.
Fuck the White Sox, but...
Whoa.
If they lose to the Yankees, you're gonna get murdered.
Yeah, if they lose, you're going to get murked in that parking lot. I'm going for the G lot for the parking, so I have to walk all the way through Bridgeport.
I don't know if you know, but I wear my Cubs jersey, my Ryan Theriot jersey.
And if the White Sox didn't win that game 22-1, he would have been murked in the parking lot. Like, he would be a distant memory by now. But if you're interested in being a part of the Are You Sure NFL podcast, if Logan dies, be sure to let us know.
Put your applications in.
Put in your application. If you can LARP hard enough.
We're trying to get a deal with ESPN so we can go live from the Sox Stadium Monday, July 27th before the Sox Yankees game. So like and comment if that would be something that you would watch.
Yes. But if you are fat, play offensive line, and love Georgia, then feel free to apply to replace Logan. All right. So the Jaguars editions. Wow, we got off topic. Well, it doesn't really matter because their additions.
How do we go from Johnny Mutt to Logan being fat? How does that make sense?
Henry, you're fat. Okay, so additions, they added almost like nothing, just dog shit. They added Chris Rodriguez, which, he stole all the points away from Bill over in fantasy on Washington. They signed Amir Abdullah. If you have ball knowledge, you'll know. Nate, who's Amir Abdullah?
Raiders what?
Or RB.
Okay.
Yeah. More.
I used to play with him all. Madden Bobo. Amir Abdullah was.
I remember all my running backs one year in fantasy got injured and I had to rely on him for a week, and that was not a week that I won. They signed Dane Jackson, who I think, he went in the 7th round. He's a pretty good cornerback. He's good depth. You can't complain about it. And then they traded away their 24 second rounder, Mason Smith, for Ruka Horo, who was also a 24 second rounder, and they both play the same position of D tackle. So I'm not exactly sure why the hell them and the Falcons would draft who they did just to swap players like 2 years later. But I don't know. The Jaguars just do weird shit as of late.
I think Horo has shown a little bit more production.
I think so, but we'll see if this works out for them. I'm not going to get into their draft yet, but they're going to need a hell of a draft class that I'm not sure if they want to replace all these losses. But we are going to talk about their extensions that they gave out. They gave out Trayvon Walker a 4-year, $110 million contract with $50 million guarantee.
I don't tolerate Trayvon Walker. I mean...
You were just making fun of him earlier today. Huh? You were making fun of him because we were talking about the MLB draft. And you were like, Grady Emerson is Trayvon Walker, and Aiden Hutchinson is the Rock Chalowski.
I would call that hate because Trayvon Walker was not the right pick, number one in that draft. But he's not bad. He's actually very good. He's just not as good as Aiden Hutchinson.
I'd agree with you. I agree with this breakdown here.
But I did call Grady Emerson the Trayvon Walker and Rock Chalowski the Aiden Hutchinson.
And then you went on about how much Grady Emerson is going to suck in 4 years.
Well, I do think the situation a little bit different because I think Emerson's nowhere close to Chalowski, even though I think Walker was close to Hutchinson.
I would say it was close, but I feel like Aiden Hutchinson going to the Lions was too much of a match made in heaven. It's like the NFL gods forced the Jaguars to pick Trayvon Walker instead, which it worked out, I'd say. I mean, obviously it worked out if they give him a fat contract extension. He's a vital part of that defense. We already talked about this extensively, so we're not going to talk about it much, but they extended Brenton Strange 3 years, $36 million, $17 million guaranteed. I mean, pretty run-of-the-mill tight end market. Not a crash, but a boom. And then they extended cornerback Monteric Brown to a 3-year, $32 million contract with $20 million guaranteed. I actually didn't know much about this guy, but he was quietly really good last year.
I think we should have a game. Loser has to legally change his name to Monteric.
That's a good-ass idea. But, the guy was just randomly out of nowhere had a pretty damn good season, so I think he's well-deserving of that contract. And then for you long snapper enthusiasts out there, they re-signed Ross Matisik to a 2-year, $4 million contract because there's someone watching this podcast who just keeps track of all the
We
long
generational
It's like
long
Nate
snapper.
with fullbacks.
Don't get me started.
Who's your favorite fullback of
No,
all
he's
time?
not.
That's
Michael
not Mike Allstott.
Michael Burton.
Okay. Now, before we get into the draft, we're going to do one more thing. I know I'm edging you guys on the draft, but I really want to talk about everything else. So I want to talk about their offensive coordinator, Grant Udinsky. He could have been a head coaching candidate this offseason, but I think if the Jaguars have another great season, we're going to see Grant Udinsky in a lot of head coaching rumors because I think the Jaguars' offense was night and day from 2024 to 2025.
But you also have Liam Cohen there also.
Liam Cohen is to thank, but you know what? If Declan Doyle gets a play calling job on the Ravens, then I think Grant Udinsky could get a play calling job somewhere. But yeah, obviously Liam Cohen is one of the best coaches right now, or at least one of the hottest.
Duval.
Play that clip.
Jacksonville, the community. Duval.
It's one of the best clips I've ever seen. Yes, okay. And then here we go. We're all Bears fans. Pass game coordinator Shane Waldron has been promoted to assistant head coach. What do we all think about Shane Waldron, guys?
Oh, man.
What would Caleb Williams think about this?
I know, Caleb. When as you're watching this, just leave a comment down below.
Caleb's gonna be watching.
How much on like a panic meter, like an old video, did you have when you heard Shane Waldron was hired?
Bro, that's like an 11 out of 10. And now he's over there in Jacksonville. Imagine Grant Udinsky gets hired and then they promote Shane Waldron to the offensive coordinator. Hey, you have a rookie quarterback and you don't even watch fucking.
It's very rare to see a fucking offensive coordinator get fired mid-season.
Mid-season through their first year. That never happens. That's like Nathaniel Hackett levels of disaster. And Nathaniel Hackett was a head coach. No, Shane Waldron was so shit. Oh my god. Like, the fact Caleb Williams is as good as he is completely in spite of him. And I think if you gave Caleb Williams a semi-competent coaching staff his rookie season, he would have already made the big leap that we want him to take in year 3. But all right, now it's finally time to quit beating around the bush and get into the draft. So obviously, the Jaguars, they didn't have their first rounder. They traded that for Travis Hunter, which we'll see if that pans out this year, because first year it definitely did not.
Yep.
Second rounder, they picked Nate's favorite player, tight end Nate Bowerkircher.
He's not even the best rookie tight end they have right now. It's just fucking stupid.
This was one of the most questionable picks of the entire draft.
Nate Bowerkircher, who went in
Put his
second round.
stats up on the screen.
And let's compare it to
Please.
Michael
I'm looking at
Trigg's
the shitty
stats. He
stats
went
right now.
undrafted.
Yeah, there's just we'll never know what James Gladstone was
I
thinking.
can't even type his name out. It's so
I
fucking stupid.
don't even think that we can even give a good response to this pick just because there's.
We didn't grade
It's
second.
bad.
Tanner
It is
Cruz
bad.
is such a better tight end than him.
We didn't grade second round picks, but if we did, what would we give Nate Bowerkircher?
I want to know the thinking behind not even taking Marlon Klein with this pick. You took Nate Bowerkircher.
Guess his
I know.
stats from last year.
What do you have? Like 300 yards,
Lower.
170.
198 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
How good of a blocker?
if someone says blocking tight end and they took a blocking tight end with this pick, you can just go fuck yourself. That might be the dumbest shit I've ever
Take
heard.
a blocking tight end.
Sam
in the
Roush is
second
a better pick, right?
Sam Roush is better, and people endlessly give the Bears shit for Sam.
Now you want to hear Tanner Koizal's stats from last year?
Yeah.
Well, 2 years ago at Ball City, he had 840 yards, and
Holy
last year
shit,
Houston,
Ball
he had
State.
730 yards.
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
All right, so that's something interesting. And then third round, they got Albert Regis, the D tackle. So their first 2 picks were both A&M players, which is.
But Albert Regis
Brady
was
was
not the best D tackle on his own college team. Tyler Onyedin was fucking better than Albert Regis.
I don't know.
And
what
correct
it
me
is.
if I'm wrong.
Fucking
Regis
Jaguars.
went before Onyedin. Correct?
Yeah.
I can pull up my notes from
I'm
last
like
time.
fairly confident Onyedin went after Regis.
Onyedin went pick 66.
Onyedin went 66. Okay, so I think Regis went after, but it was
Look
very
Look that up real quick.
I
where
took my
did,
note.
where did
I-
Regis
no, look
go?
up Regis versus Onyedin, and then what would we have?
Yeah. I actually don't know. I don't write down where exactly got drafted. But it's just very interesting thought process here. You trade for Ruko Horo, and then you also
Regis
draft.
was 81.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah,
Regis
so
went
he
after.
He
but-
was after. But I think that was still a very big reach for Albert Regis, considering he did not even get that much production behind Onyedin this year.
Yes, I know. And then their second, they had 3 third rounders, but I'd argue that their second third round pick was their best pick of the draft, which is weird because then it's the third player they took. But they got Emmanuel Pregnon, the guard out of
Oh
Logan.
my god. You have what to play like you have some of the most questionable picks and one of the best picks.
And you go from.
I had Pregnon.
I had Pregnon as a first round guard talent. And
You should've
get
went
him
second
at
round.
3 to help out this O line. I absolutely loved it. I think Pregnon is like
I think
Better than their
Pregnon
first
next
two
to
picks.
Dramad McCoy is one of the best
this
value
is like
picks
one
in
of the
draft.
this is one of the picks that like is gonna boost the Jaguars. It
This
raises
is the-
this team so
this
much
is the picks
for
that's-
years to come.
This is going to be the pick that saves James Gladstone's job.
man. But you get Pregnon, and as this Jaguars team's like slowly becoming a big contender, this is going to be your big guard that you can rely on. This is going to be your franchise.
And you're going to get him
guard
for
right
cheap for 4 years
Exactly.
now. And I think building an O-line is obviously the best thing you can do to help a team. So I would give that pick a A+, grand slam out of the park. The first 2 picks they fucked up, but
Yes.
this pick was very good. And then their final third round pick, they picked the safety Jalen Husky.
It's not bad, but it's just like you're not. Pregnon's like your only player.
Which is
like
like taking players who
helping your
aren't the
team.
best at the position they're taking.
Pregnon's the only player helping your team out. They're just drafting backups at every position.
I know. So I guess Emmanuel Pregnon, he would have been good if he was the second round pick of this team. But yeah, so Jalen Husky, what everything about him. And then now we're in their day 3 picks. They got Wesley Williams, the defensive end, in the 4th round.
Same thing. He's not going to do anything for this.
Not gonna do anything. And, I mean, I'm sure I don't know exactly who, but there were definitely DNs who went after him that were better.
Yes.
I mean, hell, you could go for LT Overton. Didn't he go after him?
I'm pretty sure he did.
And then 5th round, they got Nathan's favorite player, Tanner
Oh
Koizal,
boy.
the tight end.
Good pick. You fixed your tight end pick with
If
a
you-
much better tight
If
end.
you swapped around the order they picked these 2 tight ends, that would be even more acceptable.
Yeah.
Whatever, I guess. Very questionable draft so far. Very fun to laugh at. But then 6th round, they pick Josh Cameron, the receiver.
Interesting. Just another depth dude. I mean, this draft
They actually
is
do
just
have really
depth.
good receiver depth. I mean, a wide receiver trio: Jacoby Myers, Brian Thomas, and
Cameron's
Parker
not a
Washington.
bad receiver.
Yes.
So I feel like it doesn't really matter because then in the 6th round they also pick wide receiver CJ Williams,
Once again, just filling in that depth.
filling in the depth. Yep. And now we got into the 7th round picks for you 7th round enthusiasts. We got Zach Durfee and then also Parker Hughes. Does anybody want to say anything about him? Or
I think
forever hold
7th
your
round
peace?
picks.
The last thing to wrap up the Jaguars is they got rookie undrafted Joey Aguilar, so that's pretty notable.
Oh yeah, that too. So very, very questionable offseason. You know, this team 13-4, one of the shocks of the NFL. I'd argue
Lawrence
they
become an MVP candidate.
honestly, I'd argue that was their turnaround was more impressive than the Patriots or the Bears. But the last year they went 13-4, finished 1st place. My prediction is that this year they either go 10-7 or 11-6. I'm leaning toward 10-7. And I put 2nd place down, but after I saw your guys' predictions, it seems 10-7 would win this division.
I do think Jaguars go 12-5.
12-5.
Yeah.
I look,
that
their
seems a bit
schedule
more
is not unmanageable. I think the Jaguars still retain a lot of their key pieces. They're going to kind of grow into being a true contender for years to come here. But I just have them taking a bit of a step back because I just think their additions don't make up for the loss they had. Like, who did they get to replace Devin Lloyd?
Exactly, but yeah. But
And also Bayshaw Tootin, the starting running back.
Oh boy, I pray.
Nate's favorite.
I pray.
All right, Nate, what do you got?
I have the Tennessee Titans, and they didn't really lose a lot of key players. The biggest loss
Not like
was
they had many key players.
all the key players come from this fucking draft.
I did love their additions though. But
yeah, I think
The
Titans-
biggest loss was trading Tavondre Sweat to the Jets for Jermaine Johnson.
Which
But-
is just like trading
which
one
is-
disappointing player for another.
actually, no, I think
I
they're
think
both pretty promising.
I like Sweat.
younger. But I do think you're just getting a more valuable position. Which you're getting a higher
already have
profile
Jeffrey-
DN.
you already
You
have
have
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Simmons
Simmons
and-
already.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting a DN
You
like
get
that.
another
And then given who they drafted too, it's helpful to
Yeah.
have another DN.
Yes.
This
Then-
D line might actually be
Then
underrated.
they released the corpse of L'Jarius Sneed.
Oh no.
Lloyd
One of the
Cushenberry
more-
failed his physical, so
And let's not forget that Calvin Ridley is holding on for dear life on this roster.
Yes.
Xavier. They also released Xavier Woods, and I need a moment. Chigaconquo.
The most overrated fucking tight end.
88 speed, 66 overall, batted 23, Chigaconquo.
How do you remember?
Because
He has no life.
He has no life. Other
You know
than
the one I
fucking
did with
Yankees.
Chigaconquo and Nick Westbrook-Akini in fucking Madden.
You're like Brady Kravitz, but like
Madden
not
version.
as bad.
They also released Van Jefferson, who
So
also
much
signed with the
hours,
Commanders.
What is it with the Titans and just signing old ass washed up receivers?
Exactly.
Now
now
they got to go to the Commanders.
Yeah, I know. And now Washington is becoming the new Titans when the Titans are already the new fucking Cardinals.
And then their two trade they added Jermaine Johnson for 200 Sweat, and they traded a 2026 7th round pick for Solomon Thomas.
Wow.
What
Hey.
a trade!
Where did Solomon Thomas get drafted?
49ers.
Yeah, no,
They,
really, no. I meant like where in the draft?
he went
like
Like three.
No, he went third overall because
It was third.
they traded down because the Bears took Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
It was third.
Wow, what a draft.
And then they signed a lot of people. I think it was like 20 players.
Well, it makes sense when they have a
We
lot of
only
cap
got
space.
Wandale Robinson. That's
I love that.
That's gonna be their-
That's a
love-
great addition. Just ask for
I
the
cannot-
second option.
I cannot wait to see Wandale Robinson
How much hours we have?
catch passes.
Nate has 267
Okay,
hours on
this
Madden.
is brought to our attention from Toren. On Madden 23, Nate has
driving that shit.
267 hours and 57 minutes.
Oh my god.
That's actually lower than I thought for Madden 20.
So, yeah, that's a little
I think I played that
sidebar.
on
Anyway,
less.
where were we?
Defensive line, they got John Franklin Myers,
John Franklin Myers, fantastic.
Another
Great
addition.
signing, yes.
Jordan Elliott, Jacob Martin, Malik Herring for just death pieces.
Jacob Martin, Bears legend.
Corners, they got Alante Taylor.
I mean,
Cool.
they just spent their
They
money
just
on the
fucking-
best players available.
I agree.
mean, that's what you do.
I think they just changed their whole fucking starting lineup.
I know.
Even if the best players available weren't necessarily like top of the line talent, the fact that this team just had no talent to begin with, it's good to at least get them like
I
up
mean,
to
yeah,
speed. And I mean, especially with this D line, adding John Franklin Myers, Jermaine Johnson, you have that around Jeffrey
Still,
Simmons,
yeah.
and then also who they
Jeffrey
picked in
Simmons.
the draft.
And I mean, yeah, it's a new era for Tennessee. It's why they switch up their jerseys. You know, it's,
Yeah, they
it's
switched up their jerseys.
they're
because
done with that washed
New
up
stadium
Titan
coming.
jerseys. Like
You know,
it's a new era.
Yeah. Actually, you know what?
They got new jerseys. They're getting to the new
Yeah.
stadium in
Yeah.
like February.
And you know what? The last era didn't have to end, but they just decided to end it by trading away A.J. Brown and then firing Mike Vrabel. Both moves completely unjustified, but
They signed Daniel Bellinger in the tight end room.
Yeah,
And
they overpaid for Daniel Bellinger.
Yeah.
However, though,
Daniel Bellinger.
he was an underrated, just kind of good rotational tight end, and they're kind of paying him to be a solid backup tight end, which is kind of he's on that line of being like.
I think they want the
capable
veteran
backup.
presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're
what
paying
a
him for.
quarterback signing. Mitch Trubisky
Oh
and
man,
Hendon Hooker. I mean,
Bro.
anytime you can get a hooker for
Hendon
cheap,
Hooker,
I mean,
first
why not?
overall pick. Remember, he was gonna go first overall. Tore his ACL.
Then they signed Tommy Townsend.
Tommy Townsend,
Peanut butter.
Madden legend.
Butter.
You always sign him when you forget to sign a punter in Madden.
And then let's get to the exciting part, their draft.
Yeah.
I mean, they picked Cardinal Tate with the pick round 1, pick 4.
That's gonna be a great
He's gonna be
duo
the
right
one
there.
I wanted.
Wandale Rob-
Oh man, what would he say? You know, I really think that Jeremiah Love would elevate this offense so much. Carnell Tate loved the pick. I mean, a lot of people are saying maybe Arvel over here, but I actually like Carnell Tate.
Yeah,
I
they
think
need
it
that
fits
one
the need,
receiver.
and you want to get a weapon here that can help out Cam Ward.
Oh,
Cam
definitely.
Ward had no help
They're gonna
last
have
year.
Wandale-
Unless you ask one person in our fantasy league, he had no receivers.
Getting
at
that
all.
big receiver in this offense, who's gonna be better than Alec Eilmaner, I love this pick.
Yeah, I know.
They got Cardinal Tate at the 1, Robinson in the slot to be the second option.
I know, that's just
It's
a
Ridley-
great duo.
Ridley gonna
I mean,
be
you
there.
still have
It's gonna
Ridley.
It's gonna be Ridley.
You still have Alec Eilmaner, Chimere DK.
Ridley,
I mean, this is
One of those two
and
can
Eilmaner,
take the spot from.
This is a nice looking
Ridley.
offense.
I like how they're going to have competition
And then-
for that second outside
Yes.
receiver.
Pick 31, they take Keldrick Falk.
Love the
Oh,
pick at pick
Alfred.
31. I think that's
Jesus.
I
exactly
think we had a really
That
good breakdown
D-line's
on
gonna
our
be
draft
nice.
breakdown.
Yeah, I
If you
think
are
so.
really interested on a very in depth about Keldrick Falk, go to our second part 2 of the draft breakdown. Great breakdown there for him.
And
Yeah, and I wasn't even remembering during the draft that they also are pairing him now with Jermaine Johnson,
Yes.
Jefferson,
Yes.
John Frank Myers. This D line,
It's gonna be
if
bad.
Keldrick Falk pans out, and even Jermaine Johnson, this could be a scary D line for years to come.
And then round 2, they took Anthony Hill out of Texas.
Oh, man, love that. I love
Great.
that.
Yeah,
Did they
another
trade up
great
for him?
pick.
Pretty sure
Maybe
they traded up for
I'm
him.
not sure, but
I
I
mean,
mean,
either way, I mean, they're really
Those are
building
great
out this
linebackers,
defense. I mean, how many defensive players have they had? They had Alante Taylor.
Dude, this defense is it's brand new look. You have Robert Saleh as head coach.
I don't know. Robert Saleh is
This is a very good.
You know, it's a little early for fantasy advice, but the Titans defense might not be bad to have on your bench.
Robert Saleh was glazing this defense too.
Robert Saleh, I mean, yeah, you get that. I mean, I know we were just talking about a couple podcasts ago. You know, it's kind of questionable why you got a defensive-minded head coach when you have Cam Ward. But looking at it now, with everything they've done with this defense,
I mean, Brian Dable is a former head coach. That works perfectly fine.
And then you get this defensive mind. You get a great defensive coordinator in Robert Saleh. I know his head coach history is kind of shaky, but he's a great D coordinator.
I'm not going to lie. I don't really blame the Jets' failure with him as the head coach on Saleh. I think Saleh was not the main problem over in New York. I think, his first season in New York, they were actually, pretty good.
Yeah.
They just fell off toward the end of the year.
Even the 49ers defense, how good.
And the 49ers defense has been great. Even that Jets defense is really good with Robert Saleh. So
They've picked Fernando Carmona in round 5. I mean, 140, pick 140.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Stack up the interior. And then pick 165, Nick Singleton.
Dude, I love it.
And they have their top dog running back. No,
Bandy to find a way to get him the
Bandy
ball
thinks Nick Singleton is going to be their best running back because he thinks Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard's still going to get 1,000 yards somehow.
I mean, I love you get Singleton in that room. I mean, this whole
he should
team
be
has just been
so
elevated. I feel like every pick they had just elevates the team more and more.
This might be one of my favorite off seasons the team has had. This team, maybe not this year, but next year I could see them competing for that AFC South title in Cam Ward's third year. Maybe even this year. Who knows?
Definitely.
I mean, I've seen crazier. The Bears winning the NFC North was not on my bingo card in 25.
And they had 2 6-round picks. They picked Jackie Marshall out of Baylor D tackle, and then Pat Coogan out of.
That's not a bad depth piece to get.
Declan Wagner just busting out here in those 2 picks.
Pat Coogan's a solid dead piece to have there.
So what's your record prediction?
Well, they also picked. Don't forget about Jared Connect, dude. Jesus.
Why did you do that?
Sorry. Jared Connect. I apologize. All Jared Connect fans out there.
All 0 Jared Connect.
What position do you play?
Tight end.
What? Fucking tight ends, dude.
It's just him and Bauer Sharp.
Him and Bauer Sharp. I want to see those two have a wrestling match. They can fight on the White House lawn.
Guys, Nick wants to watch 2 big men have a wrestling match in front of him. But
Logan, fuck you.
Didn't deny it. And then I got them either going 6-11 or 7-10 this year. I
think more
6. Yeah.
7-10.
I think they take that bigger leap.
I think
year.
honestly,
Give this team a year.
I'm going to say their defense is going to take a big step. I think the offense will make strides, and I think 2027 is the year where they finally come together and build something great. But anyway, let's get into probably the most questionable team in the entire NFL.
It's our first time ever having a special guest do a division breakdown, so
Toren?
History being made on the Are You Sure NFL
Shout
podcast.
out to Coach Star for taking Yes.
Can't wait for when he's on
lower
ESPN.
blood pressure for you.
Yes.
Baby's not here.
Yes.
Okay, so
And Toren didn't use AI on his
Lowest
all
quarterback this
ESPN.
podcast has ever had.
I
mostly.
know.
Okay, so I got the Colts, and obviously a big name that left is Michael Pittman Jr.
Yeah,
big
traded to the Steelers.
Traded to the Steelers to make room to pay Alec Pierce a big ass fucking contract.
And we'll get to that.
Oh, man.
That's coming.
We'll get to that. Obviously, a lot of people don't like that. Michael
I
Pittman,
love it.
First overall pick on our overrated draft, by the way, if you don't remember.
Alec Pierce. Yeah, I mean,
Sure,
I feel like
that's my
he's
worst
pretty
favorite
good.
team.
He's just getting paid way too much, and I think Michael Pittman is still.
All white team.
People
Madden
forget how
legend.
good Michael Pittman was.
Are we forgetting
What
white
did he get
team
traded
legend?
for?
Career year.
6 years.
Yeah, career year.
Yeah,
For only
I
a
know.
6-round pick,
Yes.
it's pretty
For
crazy.
a
They just
6-round.
want to avoid that contract.
I think that's what it is. They don't want.
I remember his fucking YouTube videos.
And I feel
when he
like
was still in college
when we
and
get to
shit.
the Steelers,
That was a-
when we get to the Steelers, it's actually a pretty good receiver room they have now. But anyway,
Zaire Franklin.
Zaire Franklin.
Traded to the Packers.
Oh yeah, the Packers, they let Quay Walker walk, and then they just trade for Zaire Franklin. So you just objectively downgrade and get older for no fucking reason at all.
But, yeah.
Next we got Kenny Moore.
Kenny Moore.
I mean,
isn't he still unsigned?
Yeah,
yeah,
He's getting older. That's kind of
He's getting older, but some team that wants a slot corner has got to sign him. I mean, he's still pretty good.
Still that superstar in Madden.
I was about to say
Yeah.
86 overall in Madden franchise mode. You could trade
Yes,
for him
exactly.
anytime.
Yes.
I know, and he's so
Anything
cheap.
with Madden for names.
And now,
Still has that star.
when Madden 27 comes out, he's gonna be the first person I always sign.
I may mispronounce this, but Quiddy Payne.
Quiddy Pie.
Quiddy Pie.
Pie. So thank you.
Quiddy
Thank you.
Pie. I never realized there was
First
that much-
round
I've never
pick,
heard
kind of
somebody say
surprising in my opinion, but I mean, he was busted. He was never panned out.
He never panned out. He played more like a second or a third round pick,
definitely.
which like I feel like he was a late first round pick, and that's always kind of a disappointment spot for defensive ends. Hopefully that doesn't linger true for Keldrick Falk, but
Yes.
I feel like Keldrick Falk is kind of different. He's not really a guy who you're looking for immediate impact. He's a high upside guy, but anyway.
Braden Smith.
Braden
That's
Smith.
Understandable.
yeah.
Yeah.
They have money issues, and they're not going to keep all these big dudes around.
Yeah, exactly. You just can't do it, and now they got to pay JT and Daniel Jones. It's a bit, you got to pay to stay 8-9 every single year.
Yeah. And another kind of biggish loss, Nick Cross.
Nick Cross.
Yeah. I mean,
just this team. I don't
They
really
lost
understand
a
the
lot.
direction they're going in.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody expected them to be as good as they were for the first half last year, and then down the
Daniel
stretch, they were
Jones.
literally relying on Philip fucking Rivers.
Exactly.
Show the Riley Leonard slayer.
Bro came out
money
there, he was so
somehow, I guess.
fucking fat. It was hilarious. He literally ran out. He's got like
Hundred
12
fat.
kids. No, fucking Philip Rivers
This
just
the fucking NFL money.
runs
for
out there
Chelsea.
after it's like after his son's high school football season ended. He was the head coach of his son's high school football team, and then he like a month later he's running out on an NFL field to play the Seattle
Loki
Seahawks,
shut
and they
the
almost
NFL.
won. They almost
He
won.
was slinging that thing.
I know. Like if they won that game, holy
Frank was
shit.
pissing himself there.
he
let's
was.
let's
never
finish these
existed.
departures.
Neville. Oh god. Gallimore.
Neville Gallimore.
Yeah, he's just a
Sorry.
depth.
He's
Depth
tackle.
piece, but Bears
Yeah.
fans will hype him up because
This is
Bears
actually his
fans
last
are
one.
stupid.
Noah.
Rodney Thomas.
Rodney
Oh,
Thomas.
man. I mean-
What is it with the Bears getting mediocre Colts defensive linemen? Dio Danko and now Neville Gallimore. God damn it, I hate being a Bears fan.
Okay. Samson.
Samson,
He's older. His time is kind of running out.
seems like a lot of these guys were pretty damn old on this team.
Yeah.
And now they don't have first round picks for
hell.
next year either. Alright, what's next?
I'm gonna mispronounce this like hell, but Segun Alubi. I mispronounced
Just
that.
be
time.
confident. Let me
We're
try.
just in our depth. We're in
yeah,
those depth
these are
brackets.
depth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's just Ricky's
Saguna
off.
Luby.
I don't know.
And then Danny Pinter, the
Danny
center.
Pinter, yeah.
All zero Danny Pinter fans out there. If you're
We already see
like
my depth
Danny
part, man.
Pinter's
I don't know.
family, I apologize for that. Anyway, all right.
Alright, now
So that's all their losses. Let's see what they did. Because these were pretty severe losses.
Alright. They re-signed Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce.
As we all know, Daniel Jones is always really good when he gets a big ass
Alec
contract.
Pierce does not. I mean, we've talked about this multiple times. So we're not going to get
He's
too in depth,
A
but
glorified Jameson Williams.
we just did not need.
Please
They
be
did not
good.
need to
Please
pay him.
be
They're
good.
relying on that a ton.
I said, wide
Honestly,
receiver
you
three
could
in
have let
fantasy,
him
I
walk,
need
let someone else do it, and get a third round comp pick.
Exactly.
I need
Hasn't he
Alec
like
Pierce this
not
year. Chill
gone
out.
above 1,003 yards in the
Yes.
season?
Yeah,
Yeah, because he just had 1,000 last year.
yards.
Yeah.
Like
To be
46
fair,
catches.
half those games he had Philip Rivers, or who was the other quarterback they had?
Riley Leonard gave him like
Well,
300,
Riley
like
Leonard.
200
Oh,
yards that fucking
thank
one week.
God, no, it's not.
Yeah, oh my God.
And I just
If
missed
Riley
it.
Leonard is throwing the ball at Alec Pierce, I'm
Dude,
gonna
Riley
win.
Leonard would have been a
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win every game by 50.
The Colts make the playoffs, and I think they might beat the. I think they play the Broncos, but lose to the Broncos before the Super Bowl if Riley Leonard was starting in front of Philip Rivers. That's a probable Noah take if he
Yes.
was here today.
I wouldn't be complaining.
Okay.
And honestly, the Colts didn't do a ton, but we got Michael Clemens next.
Wow, Michael Clemens.
Yeah, great.
Unbelievable addition.
And also Arden Key.
Arden
Oh,
Key.
man. I mean, this is just this is a mess.
Dude, how did this team go 8-9 last? How was this team? Everybody was like, "Oh, the Colts are Super Bowl bound."
MVP candidate Daniel Jones.
MVP candidate Daniel. I said Daniel Jones. All right.
And also Akeem Davis Gaither.
Oh wow, King Davis Gather.
What is that?
All right.
They
So
also, oh, were you talking?
no.
Also re-signed Drew Augtree. Hope I said that right. Depth.
Wow.
More
whatever.
More depth. You could say depth, I guess.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor needs 3,000 yards.
If Jonathan Taylor rushes for 3,000 yards, I said his name wrong too. What is wrong? I have dyslexia.
You just don't like the Colts, do you?
No, I don't.
Still mad at the Super Bowl?
I wasn't even alive.
I know, but like, still.
Yeah. I'm pissed off in honor of my father. Derek Nottie.
Yeah.
That is a good signing.
That is a good
From the
signing.
Chiefs. I do like that signing.
That is a good signing, and filling. You can never have too
What?
much people on the D
The
line.
only notable thing.
Notable
Guy they've signed. Sorry.
I know, other than re-signings.
And then you signed Blake Group, just competing for kicker
Blake
at that
Group,
point.
how tall is he? Like 5'5"
I
or
miss
something.
Rodrigo Blake.
Shorter than Bandy.
Yeah.
All right.
Re-sign Rodrigo Blake and Chip.
Yes,
Do it.
yes, the Lego kid.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
And guess how much organizational and coaching changes they made?
None.
0, because Shane Steichen is.
Shane Steichen is head coach.
Wait,
Chance.
Don't let this distract from the fact Nate did not know who Shane Steichen was.
There's a reason I replace him in my fucking franchise every time.
yeah, because you always make your coaches named like Skibidi or
Oh, it
6'7".
was like a mixture of me, Logan,
We have
and
MMG
everything,
over
where
here.
It was like fucking.
Yeah.
Fat fucking fuck.
Alright, let's get to this draft.
Alright, so obviously you traded around one pick for
No,
Sauce.
first round.
In honor of
So,
Yes.
round 2, Baker loves this
Oh,
one.
man.
CJ Allen.
Dude,
CJ
thank God fucking Noah is not on this
Such a
podcast.
reach! Oh my god!
His dumbass always is on some bullshit that CJ Allen isn't
You
good.
said CJ Allen was better than fucking who? Arvell Reese? I remember you saying
No, it was Sonny
I
Styles.
said-
It was
I
Sonny
like this pick,
Styles.
though.
No,
Sonny
Styles.
Styles. And I stand on the fact CJ Allen is a better fucking player than Sonny Styles is overrated. I love Sonny Styles. I think he's a great first round linebacker. Overrated as fuck. That goddamn 40 does not mean shit.
And what? CJ Allen underrated because he was calling the
Obviously,
defense.
he
was
was
better
hurt
than
though. He was
CJ
hurt.
Allen.
That's just the problem.
Oh, okay.
CJ Allen is a leader on the fucking defense. He plays just as good. He's a dog.
Can't wait
He
for Noah to
fucking-
make a burner account just for this reason.
If there's one thing, CJ Allen is the savior of this Colts offseason.
In the second round was great value, getting him after Josiah Trotter.
Oh man, don't. Oh.
So that
Buccaneers had the chance to get Reuben Bain and CJ Allen both at great value, and they took Josiah Trotter, and they will forever regret that.
All right, but you know what? CJ Allen is a great addition, and he's going to be better than Zaire Franklin. So, fuck you, Packers.
Alright, round 3, AJ Holsey, probably to replace.
Oh,
AJ
man.
Halsey in round 3.
See, their
Fantastic.
draft, they're turning around this offseason. I love Halsey. Great safety. I thought there was rumors the Bears could get him, but the dude's a dog.
I kind of forgot how good the Colts draft was. That is a great
This
first
draft,
2
it
picks.
made up for the free agency.
Yeah, it made up for the free agency. But that's what you have to do. You have to have a good draft. Well, yeah, I guess no draft's surefire, but you know what? This draft is pretty good so far. Who do they got next?
First pick in the 4th round is Jalen Palmer.
I mean, that's a very solid, just O-line piece to
Yeah, you
get.
can't go wrong with that. I mean, we all know the Colts, their O-line was pretty good last year.
But they did lose Braden Smith.
Yeah, they lost Braden Smith a year after they lost Will Fries and Ryan
Will
Kelly.
Fries.
But the O-line was still pretty good. But that's just having Quentin Nelson there. But anyway,
Alright, for the second 4th round pick, Bryce Betcher. Nathan?
Dude.
Bryce Betcher.
I like
I
that
feel
pick
like
at
Nathan would like this
linebacker.
guy.
I mean, I love this draft. They just got good value picks. Bryce Betcher.
When I
I
have
mean,
a first round pick, they've capitalized
I
so
know.
hard.
I like him in this linebacker.
CJ Allen was a borderline first round talent. AJ Halsey, in my opinion, was a second round talent.
Yeah.
It was like they had a first round pick without actually having one. And I think as much as we all love to mock it, Sauce Gardner is a great addition to this
Yes.
team.
Alright, 5th round pick, George Gums Jr.
All right, now we're getting into our
Yeah,
depth.
now we're getting
Yeah.
into the depth. There's not much to talk about with these later round guys. I mean, if they get value, good for them. But
Right.
I doubt it.
Roger was so good in my Oregon dynasty. I just want to point that out.
I knew you
I
had
miss him
something to
so
say.
Gets the certified
But-
better than Nate Bower-Kircher award.
Alright, 6th round, Caden Curry.
Caden Curry.
I mean, we're just getting into
Depth.
this straight.
Yeah, but
Next,
depth
let's
at
get to the
this
next
point.
pick.
yeah, what's the next pick?
Seth McGowan.
Seth McGowan.
Did he go in a
Seth McGowan's not bad, but the dude, I don't see him being any different than. Oh my god, I forgot his
in the
name.
rookie draft? I swear,
How?
did he go?
Oh my god, I forgot his name. The Kansas State running back that was a rookie last year that they took.
Wait.
DJ Giddens.
DJ Giddens.
DJ
I don't.
Giddens. Oh,
yeah.
I love DJ Giddens.
He was so bad, I forgot his name. But it's just it's same situation.
You're
I
never
feel
going to
like.
play. You're a Colts running back behind Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
It'll never happen.
Never
Unless,
seen the light of
unless they
day.
trade Jonathan Taylor, which I doubt.
There's no way.
This
But-
regime in charge of
The ESPN thinks that they are.
Gonna
Though.
get
Wasn't
to the
that
Bears.
ESPN
He
that
was going
predicted
to
that
Going
fucking?
to the Bears.
Jonathan Taylor will go to the
Yeah,
Bears. It's not
no
going to
way.
happen. This coaching staff too
They
badly
need him.
wants to keep their jobs and compete for the playoffs. It doesn't matter if they're like 3-5 at the deadline. They're gonna compete anyway.
Alright. Deion Burks for the last pick.
I mean, that's not bad.
That's not
That's
bad.
a
The
great
seventh
just
round,
speed receiver
it's
to
a
get
great
seventh
value.
round.
I
Throw-
mean, he's got
yeah.
upside. He didn't produce much at college, but you can't go wrong with that. And given the state of this receiver room,
Especially losing Michael Pittman.
losing Michael Pittman,
He needs some sort
Alex
of speed.
Pierce lock-in.
might as well just compete. Yeah.
What do you got for record prediction?
I got a 9 like last year.
I
That's
I
what I
like
think.
that.
I
believe
think
that.
8-9.
People are saying 6 and 11. It
I'm gonna
depends
say
on Daniel
7.
Jones
I would-
if he gets hurt again.
I do think that their
Definitely.
ceiling is 10 wins.
That's
I do think they
telling
can.
somebody
have-
that
They
the
can make the playoffs, but they cannot win a
their
playoff.
ceiling's 10 wins, but I think their floor is
Imagine
like
telling somebody in
4.
2021
Yes, I know.
that the Colts season is relying on.
They have a
Daniel
wide
Jones.
range. I like that. I think their floor is about 4 wins. I think their ceiling's about 10.
But they'll never win a playoff.
It's going to be shaky
The
because of
opposite.
Daniel Jones and the start of their schedule. Their starts.
I'm
kinda
going
hard.
7-10. I just don't like this team that much. I think even with a good draft, it's like you can't. How much can you expect a bunch of first-year players to come in and replace bona fide stars? So
But getting into our
let's get into our
last.
last team.
I do have one more thing.
Oh, wait,
maybe.
okay.
One more thing.
With the 8 and 9 and 9 and 8, do you think Shane Steichen will get fired?
Yes.
Yes.
There's no
if
way
they
not.
don't make the playoffs this year, he will get fired.
The-
Because
yeah.
all he has been either mediocre. He completely ruined Anthony Richardson. I mean,
I still have faith.
He's still on the team, too.
he's still on the
I
team,
still have
but
faith in
at this
Richardson.
point, it's too late. Like,
Who was Richardson in our fantasy? I'm just gonna snatch up Richardson. Have all the fast quarterbacks.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? But like, he chucked Anthony Richardson into the flames way too early.
Oh, dude should never play.
Everybody,
We knew he was
he
a
should have never
project.
played his rookie season. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knew he was a project from the start,
and
they just threw
yeah,
him in.
did he start week 1 in his rookie season?
I think so.
I think he did,
Yeah.
and that should have never been what happened. Everybody knew, great athlete, poor production. You got to coach at least a year, and he was chucked into the flames right away by Shane
I'm going to
Steichen.
possess a wide receiver in me and Logan's franchise.
Yeah,
Just
Okay.
gotta point that out.
But yeah, let's get into our last team today, the Houston Texans. So their departures, they had some they had an interesting departures and additions section. We'll get into this. They lost Joe Mixon. Traded
Joe
Oh
Mixon.
no!
Yeah.
one of the most
Integral
interesting
last year,
trades of the
basically.
offseason next. Juice Scruggs and picks for David Montgomery.
I mean, getting David Montgomery
That's
is
an upgrade from
fantastic
Joe
because
Mixon.
they had no running backs last
And
year.
Juice Scruggs was interesting. I mean, he kind of was pretty disappointing.
He was disappointing. I don't think he should have been drafted at like. I just think there was too much expectation
Jameer
for him.
Gibbs
But I do
tried to
think
our podcast.
this team had a shitty running game last year because they were relying on the corpse of
Yeah.
Nick Chubb and who was the other
Joe
guy they
Mixon.
had?
Oh, Nick Chubb.
Joe Mixon, who
Woody
was good in
Marks.
2024.
Woody Marks.
Woody
Don't
Marks.
get
That's
Frank
who it
started
is,
on
Woody
Woody
Marks.
Marks.
Woody Marks
Oh my
and
God.
I guess Damian Pierce. I guess.
And another trade they had is they traded offensive tackle Titus Howard to the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just
This offensive line was.
they did kind of
garbage.
fix his
Yeah.
O line though. They did.
Yeah, especially with their first round pick.
But yeah, we'll get into that later. They lost Luke Lachey, who I actually liked at tight end. I thought he was a pretty decent young dude. But
Yeah.
they lost punter Tommy Townsend.
No.
Thank you.
Linebacker Christian Harris. Charlie Kirk. Christian Kirk.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Play the clip.
We saw Charlie Kirk catch 8 receptions for 144 yards.
Yeah.
We saw
Christian Kirk. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Christian. I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fucking what? Wait.
Stephen
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith. Why did I forget Stephen A. Smith's name for a second?
Holy fuck! I'm with Stephen A. Smith of the podcast.
Then they
Yes.
have Braxton
Stephen A.
Berrios.
Smith, we're coming for you on ESPN. By the way. Screaming
coming
A.
for that
Smith-
hairline,
Comment what
Steven.
you think about that.
Hey, when Screaming A. Smith is running for president, we'll be glad to fill in
Yes.
his show on ESPN.
They lost Braxton Berrios to the Giants.
Oh.
Leak Fotu, Derek Barnett, and Foley Fatakasi.
Oh,
I'm
no.
surprised
What
you
losses?
pronounced
They're
that with such
crippled, man.
confidence.
But yeah, let's get into their
Scarlett
additions now.
Speed got nerfed 90.
Obviously, they traded for David Montgomery. They signed Wyatt Teller, Evan Brown, and Braden Smith.
Jesus.
So those are like
I
those are
feel
your
like-
big equations outside of one more.
I
Defensive
feel like
player.
those are good additions for the O line, but I also feel like it's kind of a band-aid solution.
I think they did what they needed.
I just don't think Wyatt Teller is long left. I feel like it is.
He is
good
older.
For,
he is older.
It is good for immediate relief, helping out CJ Stroud because he was just hung out to dry with a shitty O-line last year. And really, I feel like the whole offense was very disappointing last year.
Yes.
But anyway.
Their last offensive addition was Foster Moreau on a 1-year deal.
Oh, Raiders legend, dude. Foster
And then
Moreau.
their big defensive signing was Reed Blankenship. Signed him to a pretty big contract.
Exciting.
They
Wait,
didn't need a
rest in peace.
safety, so you can get them. I mean, actually, we should finish the conversation you were having earlier about the wide receiver room. I mean, who do we think is going to be that third receiver? Jalen Noel or Tank Dell?
Depends on who's healthy. It's obviously Tank Dell when healthy, but it'll be Noel to fill in the meantime.
But then can Tank Dell take back his number 2 receiver?
I think Higgins beats him out
outperform
for that.
I agree. I think Jaden Higgins is at this point going to be better than Tank Dell. And even if Tank Dell comes back and he's very healthy, I don't think it really makes a difference. So
But again, their last new signing was Dominique Robinson, edge, a good rotation at the end.
Dominique Robinson, 2022 Week 1 legend.
Yeah. And then getting into re-signings, they re-signed Daniel Hunter, obviously.
Daniel Hunter.
Is so scary.
Daniel Hunter.
Daniel Hunter.
Yeah, Daniel
Dalton
Hunter's really good,
Schultz.
obviously. Dalton
Schultz is.
I love
should take
Dalton
him in my
Schultz.
underrated shit.
Great underrated
Yeah,
talent.
no,
Should
nobody really
should-
talks about
Should have
him.
taken him in my draft.
EJ Speed,
Yeah.
Ed Ingram, starting guard on that team. So Sheldon Rankins, good D tackle.
Sheldon Rankins also underrated.
Trent Brown.
I feel like he's been expected to kind of be on his way out for a while, but he keeps sticking around.
And their last re-signing was MJ Stewart. So obviously, let's get into their draft because this is one of the most.
No coaching changes, anything, right?
No. And their draft is
Their coaching is very good, to be fair. Even after an 0-3 start last season, they had a great year. 12-2 down the stretch, and then, you go into New England and kind of, that you have CJ Stroud in a snowy playoff game in New England. It was bound to be terrible.
And getting into this draft is one of the most confusing drafts. First round, Kean Rutledge. God.
We've got our biggest.
We already talked about this, but we haven't talked about Kean
Flyers.
Rutledge in so long.
You love Georgia Tech, Logan.
Dude, Kean Rutledge isn't even bad, but there's zero reason to draft him here.
Didn't they trade up or did they trade down?
They traded up.
They traded up for Keelan Rutledge. I mean,
Their first and second round picks were really swapped around because they took a second round player. And second round, they got one of the biggest steals of the draft. They got Caden McDonald in second round.
They could have literally just reversed their
Such an amazing fit, but I mean, what the fuck? How did the Texans should have paid for their mistake in the first round.
I know.
But they got the best run stopper in the whole draft.
Caden McDonald, freaking fantastic.
And then right back to another shitty pick, round 2, Marlon Klein. Massive reach. What the fuck are you doing?
And I know teams forgotten how to draft tight ends.
This is one of the worst, good prospects, the worst order of drafted tight ends I've ever fucking seen in my life. Insanely bad. They took Marlon Klein over Max Clare and Oscar Delpin. For sure, Oscar Delpin. I'm pretty sure over Max Clare.
Yes.
Klein. Yeah, check that order. See who he was drafted over, because I remember being like, what the fuck is
The
happening?
tight ends were so damn weird. Was Eli Stowers the second one taken? He had to be, right?
Yes, I believe so.
He was
This guy's worse stats than Nate Borchard.
Oh, no.
I know.
He is. Guess how many touchdowns he had his whole career?
He's a blocking tight end.
One.
He's a blocking
He's a blocking tight end, obviously. But
And then fourth round, they took Fabechi and I don't know. Something like that.
something like that.
Guard, rotational guard, you like to see.
Wow, another fourth round offensive lineman.
Sticking in the fourth round, they took linebacker Wade Woodis out of Clemson. I kind of like that. I like that.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Fifth round. Now they get another steal. They get Kamari Ramsey. Fifth round. They get another Kamari
Really
safety.
I know.
Who was a steal. Same thing with Kamari Lassiter. I mean,
Really good fifth round.
Kamari Ramsey's a dog. Getting him fifth round is insane value. I love
This
that.
is a very hot and cold draft.
Yes.
You start off as cold as you could possibly get.
Yes.
Get really hot and then get cold again, but now you're hot again.
And then sixth round, they took Lewis Bond, wide receiver out of Boston College. depth. And
I know this is always a weird wide receiver.
they ended their draft in the 7th round with Indiana linebacker Aiden Fisher. Not bad, 7th round.
Aiden
pick,
Fisher.
Oh
Indiana
man, I went
players.
through game by game on this one for the Houston Texans. I have them going 9-8. I really don't.
They have a tough schedule.
I just don't think. I think they give up games. I don't
The
think.
defense can only do so much.
Normally, teams have those big breakout seasons. It's hard to maintain unless you're a top team. This is not a top team. I have them falling off. Going 9-8 here.
9-8. Could they make the playoffs? I mean,
Possibly.
What do you think their floor and ceiling?
Their playoff. I think their ceiling is
Their
12
ceiling's a
wins.
playoff.
I think they have a higher
That's-
floor because
I
of
do
that
think their
defense.
floor is like 7 wins.
They have a floor of 7 or 8 wins, just because the defense is too good.
Their defense.
But I think C.J. Stroud has been very questionable.
If you
as
play
far as
online
teams.
with the Texans and Madden, your
Oh
defense will
my
get you a
God.
stop.
How many
but
times
CJ
are you gonna
Stroud
bring up
can't make a
Madden?
throw.
Dude, if
CJ
from
Stroud
this
is going to bring
podcast
this team
alone,
down.
you can realize how much of no life Nate has. Just on
So
how
many
much
hours
Madden
on
he's talked
Madden.
about today.
And Nate doesn't even try to defend himself.
So many.
No.
I thought I had more hours on 23. I'm very mad about that.
Can we check Madden 24 and 25?
24? Well,
Yes,
I'll
please.
just-
let's see. Let's see.
All right, but anyway,
I mean, this Texans offseason as a whole is.
imagine telling somebody after 2023 that Bryce Young was going to be better than C.J. Stroud. They would've
156 on Man 26.
On Madden 26. All right, but
my-
where's college football?
Oh,
Let's not even get into
26?
that.
700.
College football 26.
okay,
700.
that's.
26, let's see.
700.
527.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, there are
How
527
much is
hours.
25?
I can't
gonna
wait
be,
to make a
Nathan?
short titled Nate has no life.
Oh.
Yeah,
Let's see, Man 20. 461.
400.
That's Man 20, though. That's kind of.
Madden 20.
That's all I.
That's kind of acceptable.
It's the first Madden I actually grinded though.
With that, that's all I have for the Texans today.
All right, so I think we have Jaguars in first place, Texans in second, Colts in third. We have the same standings as last year. Interesting, but either way, I think that's a good way to wrap up this podcast. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you have any ideas for future podcasts, be sure to let us know in the comments. But we'll see you in the next one.